Okay guys, how's it going? Hi. I should start with hi, not okay, because this is the beginning of a video and not like the middle of a video, and I should know better by now. But I was so excited to start talking to you that I just jumped right in like you know. Okay, so hi guys, welcome to my video. This is going to be my throughout the years 5th grade video. And for any of you who do not know me already, hi, my name is Jackie. I vlog daily. I really like makeup and nail polish. Check this out, actually. It's so cool. I talk a lot about anxiety and depression and body issues. And there's a cat right here named Freddy. This is my cat. He likes to hang out. He's in a lot of my videos. So yeah, if you just found me, thank you for watching my videos, or at least clicking on this one. I hope you like it, and I hope you watch more of them. And if you know me from watching my videos all the time, then sorry for the introduction, but just in case there's anybody new watching today, so hi. Okay, so 5th grade year. Let's see. I was 9 when 5th grade started. I turned 10 in December of that year. And in my school, you could, if not pick, then at least request who you wanted your teacher to be. Hi, Freddie, I know. And there were 3 5th grade teachers. One I knew for sure I did not want. And then as far as the other 2 went, I had their names confused. I'm not going to say their names because it's like too specific, I guess, but there were 2 different 5th grade teachers that taught near each other, and one taught like the advanced math and one taught the advanced English and vice versa. And the other one just taught by herself, like, but the other 2, like, the 2 that were next to each other, their classes were next to each other. They like traded students so that you could get used to the idea of switching classes like in middle school. Anyway, I thought that the one that I was requesting was the other one. Like I said, I had their names confused. So I get the slip of paper that tells me I have this teacher, and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I got the teacher I wanted for 5th grade, blah, blah, blah. And then I walk into the classroom and it's the other teacher. I was like, I thought you were Mrs. whatever and she was Mrs. the other one. So, oops. But anyway, it wasn't so bad. I was in the other teacher's class for math and English because I was in the advanced English, but I was in the lower level math. I wasn't very good at math when I was younger. So, the same teacher, the other teacher, taught both of those. So, I was in there for a couple hours every single day. And we read the book The Great Brain by John D. Fitzgerald, which is one of my favorite books ever. It's a series of 7. It's about growing up in Salt Lake City. His family was Catholic, and most people there were members of the LDS faith, Latter-day Saints, Mormons. So it was a really interesting perspective on. It's like pioneer life. It's 1898 in these books. So they do have electricity, they do have telephones, and they do have running water and indoor plumbing. But I'm fascinated by the past, and I'm fascinated by the West, so it was like really cool to me. I'm sorry, my cat is like everywhere in this video. We also read Island of the Blue Dolphins, which is another one of my favorite books, and I hear there's a sequel to it, and I've never read it, and I really want to. I know, Kat, but this video is not about you. You weren't around when I was in 5th grade. Freddie is very much into being in the videos, or at least being on my lap like 24/7. I was out of town for 2 weeks, like 2 months ago. And when I came back, he's been in my lap the whole time. He doesn't like to leave me. He's like afraid if he lets me up, I'll like vanish again. Anyway, what was I saying? So books. So we read a lot of really good books in my 5th grade class. That's one thing I really appreciate that I had from my English teacher. We also went on this really cool 5-day-long field trip. I guess it was, the way it worked was different 5th grade classes in that school district got to go every year, and that year it happened to be my school's turn, and then between each, like, the same teacher doesn't get it 2 times in a row, different teachers get it for their classes. So my class got to go on this trip for 5 days, like a camping trip. And there were cabins and stuff, and the student with the best grade from the other 2 5th grade classes at my school got to come with us. So my friend Robin from the other class got to come, and then this other boy got to come that I remember his name, but like I said, I don't want to say too many people's names because it's just, you give away too many details. It's like people might want to keep stuff private. So yeah, 5-day camping trip. I found the tiniest pine cone. I wish I still had it. It was like this big, and it was a perfect, like, solid, like, sealed shut pine cone. And I had it for years. I kept it all throughout, like, middle school and most of high school, and I had it when I moved to Israel, but I kind of lost it somewhere along the way, so I really miss that pine cone. It was really cool. and the camping trip was cool, and my best friend John was in my 5th grade class, and he sat right next to me. He and I used to trade stickers and make friendship bracelets, and we just would hang out all the time, and I love him, and I miss him. I haven't seen him in a few years, but... So yeah, my best friend John was in my class and sat next to me, and my friend, who's actually my next door neighbor, well, her parents are my next door neighbors, she sat on the other side of me, and the boy that I had the most gigantic crush on sat, like, right across from me. So I kind of liked my classmates that year. I wasn't very popular. I told you 3rd grade was pretty bad, and I was picked on pretty mercilessly, but in 4th grade I was mostly least left alone, even though my teacher was horrific. And then in 5th grade I was, like, starting to feel, like, comfortable and social. So I wasn't particularly popular, but I was a little bit more accepted, which was nice. It wasn't like some big, oh, we realized we really like you, because, you know, in 6th grade things still weren't that great for me, but 5th grade was a little more tolerable because of who was in school with me and the fact that they'd known me for a while by then. But I was a weird kid too, so who knows. I'm trying to think about what else was, like, specific to 5th grade that stands out. I remember really liking that camping trip, although I remember they were barbecuing for us one night, and I like my meat, like, if I'm gonna eat meat at all, like burgers and stuff, like, gray. Like, burn it, and then burn it some more, and then, like, just when you think it's about ready to be thrown away, then maybe I'll eat it, because maybe it's cooked enough by then. I'm really weird about meat. And, I just remember, like, we were all, like, taking turns, you know, we put our own burger on the thing and whatever, and I was waiting forever for mine because it was, you know, the one that was going to be the extra cooked one, like, really well done. And someone else took it, and then they were like, well, we don't have that much time, and the coals are dying, so here, I have this one. And it was, like, so raw, and I couldn't even eat it, and other people probably would have been fine with it. Cat, your tail is in frame and nothing else. Your tail's not the most interesting part. So that was a bummer, but the trip overall was really fun. I got kind of homesick on the trip, but I was mostly because my mother sent this really sweet letter to me while I was there, and I think we had some sort of, like, performance, like, where we all, like, practiced and did some song or dance or whatever, but, like, I don't remember really being that involved with it. I think I, like, faked that I sprained my ankle and, like, got to spend a lot of the time in the infirmary. And I remember the girls that were staying in our cabin with us, like, there were 2 cabins for the girls and 2 cabins for the boys, and instead of putting the kids from the same school all together, there was, like, another school there at the same time as us, and so they put half the kids from one class and half the kids from the other class. So I was only in, like, a bunk with half the girls from my class, and the other half were strangers, and they were kind of scary and kind of mean. They were from, like, an inner city school, and the camp counselors were kind of, well, the junior counselors were kind of scary. The older counselors were all right. And oh, there was this rat. I think his name was Spanky or Sparky. This rat was as big as Frederick. Do you see this cat? I'm not exaggerating. The rat was as big as my kitty, and they would hold him like a pet. It was so gross. I don't really like rats very much, so if any of you have pet rats, I'm sorry, but they're not my favorite, and I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with having a pet rat, but this thing was so big and it was so gross and it horrified me. Let's see what else about 5th grade. I know I should have, like, written some stuff down, but I just really wanted to get this filmed and start talking to you guys. Now that I'm on a roll, I might even, like, start filming another video just for fun. Like I said before, well, I didn't say it in this video, so you might not have seen the other video, but I was filming earlier and I said I really wanted to wash my face and I'm really tired, but at the same time I'm sitting here at my vanity table looking at all my makeup, and this is random, it has nothing to do with 5th grade, but I have this gorgeous palette from NY City Shines Bright, my very, very good friend. Oh, I just knocked the camera a little. I'm getting all excited. And I really want to just, like, play with the makeup, but I don't know if I have the strength to, like, start, even though now is probably good since my whole face is applied, and I'm going to go wash it anyway so I can, like, do what I want. But I'm going to end this video here and now, because as much as I try to remember anything else specific to 5th grade, nothing is really ringing a bell. I can't really think of anything else that stood out about 5th grade. It was the last year. Oh, I can think of something else from 5th grade, actually, and you guys might appreciate this. So it was the last year of elementary school for me. I know some schools have 6th grade in elementary. They did in Israel. It's the places we went to school, although I didn't have to go to 6th grade there because I did 6th grade here. I went there and did 8th grade and 8th, 9th, and 10th. Anyway, in 5th grade we did, like, a 5th grade, like, graduation or whatever, and we had this one song called, like, 50 Nifty United States or whatever, and it was about all the 50 states in the country. I almost said a joke about it, I don't even know. Anyway, there was this episode of Friends where they were trying to list all 50 states, and I just remember it driving me crazy that they couldn't do it, because I can do it, and I'm going to prove it to you guys right now. So, like, keep track with your fingers or something, I don't know. But I'm going to give you all 50 states, and I'm going to give them to you in alphabetical order, which is, you know, easier than giving them to you randomly, but that's how I learned them, so here we go. And this is so dorky. I'm like almost embarrassed, but this is one of the only cool things I memorized, so Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. If I missed one, let me know, because I think I got them all. But anyway, yeah, there's the 50 states in alphabetical order. We had to do some square dancing crap too, but I don't remember the dance, so I'm not going to do that for you. And that's pretty much it. I remember it being kind of fun. I know the last few years I went to that school, like I said, I had a few more friends in 5th grade than before, and there were a couple Halloween carnivals we used to do, and those were really, really, really fun. And there was like this random grab bag thing where you like paid 50 cents or gave 2 tickets or whatever, and you like reached into this big box, and there were all these like donated prizes, and I think I still actually have the prize that I won, which was like the coolest thing ever. So let's see if I can find it in this drawer of old stationery. And if it's not in here, then I know where it is, and I'm probably not going to look for it, because well, if I build it up like this, I guess I have to. It's not in here. Hang on one second. Sorry, I think it's in here. I hope it's in here, because otherwise I'm going to have to turn off. Oh, it is. Excellent. Okay. So I don't know if this is going to be the coolest thing in the world to you guys, but to me, as a young girl who loves stationery and all sorts of paper crafts and paper pieces and cats, this was the best thing ever, and I can't believe I have so much of it left. Okay, so it came in a roll, in a box that looked like a, like a tin foil, aluminum foil box or plastic wrap box, like with like the jagged edge, but the box got smushed and lost a long time ago. But it's stationery, where you can like create your own length. And it has these little cats on it, chasing this mouse. And I still have quite a bit of it left. Like I said, I think it's because I liked it so much I was afraid to use it. But yeah, this paper is like 20 years old. And it's like one of my most prized possessions. So, that is, that's my thing from like my 5th grade carnival. And my best friend Nicole and I used to trade stickers too. And like, I had a lot of best friends apparently. But those are, well, those were the 2 most important ones. So yeah, that's pretty much all I remember about 5th grade. I had my own room by then, and that was really nice. I really liked my bedroom when I lived in my big house with my family and my pool. My parents were still married. My bedroom was really little. It was not as big as this room. It was like a third of the size, but it was my own, and I loved it, and I spent a lot of time in there and like organizing the way I always do, so 5th grade was alright. It wasn't too bad. I guess I'm gonna go now. I don't really know what else to say, but I could keep going, so I might be back. See you guys in my next video. Bye.